All right, from Michelle. Robert Casey, do you recommend, doesn't say Robert Casey,
They
but
should. They should.
do you recommend always participating in an employee stock purchase plan? Is there any circumstances where I shouldn't? I don't want to lose money.
Oh,
That's a
it's the last part that catches you there, because if you said, "Should I?"
but I want to lose money? That's a different
Well,
answer.
I mean, you just got to realize the details. If you said, "Should I contribute to an employee purchase plan?" and the first thing I would say is, "Do you get a discount?" Now, standard discounts is 10 to 15%.
Yep,
That's
yep.
pretty standard.
What does that
It,
mean? If
it
somebody
means that.
doesn't know what that means.
Well, okay, I'll just use Walmart, and then I'll
Okay.
say Walmart's stock price is $100 a share,
Okay.
right? And you get a 15% discount, so it's $100 a share, but you get to buy it for 85. Bam,
So it's an immediate gain.
immediate 15% return right there, as long as the stock.
So
stays
unless
there.
you think the stock in that scenario is going to tank,
Right.
even if it stayed flat, you're up 15%, plus
Right.
any dividend perhaps.
But that's the tricky part, right? Because you said, but I don't want to lose money.
Yeah.
Well, Walmart's a solid company, but it could go up or down on any yearly basis. So
Yeah.
if you don't want to lose money, then that's a hard question to answer, because what if you get a 15% gain? You can't just sell it immediately. A lot of times these plans will have a hold period. You have to hold it 6 months, a year, maybe even longer. There's lockout periods. But I would say you have to look at your company. Or have they been around a long time? Do they have a solid financial standing? And even though the market's going to be lumpy, are you willing to take that ride with them, knowing that they're giving you a deal? They're investing in you by letting you have a discount of 15%. I mean, that normally good companies will do that, but the reward could be extremely valuable. And hopefully you believe in them because you're working there. So in almost all cases, I would say yes. But if you're not comfortable with any risk, then it's going to be troublesome investing as a whole, because the only thing that's truly comfortable that you would be comfortable with is CDs and money markets, and you could be leaving a lot of money on the table and maybe not even keeping up with inflation. So you could be hurting yourself.
I think I would add on that it would make sense, to your point, if you believe in that company, you can get that discount. But I also think you want to be careful and not go overboard. We've had some clients work at the Verizons of the world, stuff like that, and they've put a significant part, upwards of 90%, not only buying their company stock in their 401k, but now they're buying ESOP. And a quick way to make a lot of money is to be invested concentrated in one stock. A quick way to lose a ton of money is to be invested heavily in one stock. So I would say, in addition to that, be very careful what percentage of your portfolio, your net worth, that stock represents. I mean, if it's 5%, even if it came down, that shouldn't be too detrimental. But, if it's 50, 60, 70, 80, we've seen upwards of 90% of your net worth in one company. It could work out well, but you got to remember, past performance doesn't guarantee future results. Just because you had a good 5-10 year run, the last thing you need is right before retirement or during retirement, that stock to turn around and go south. I mean, look at Enron, right? That was a AAA rated company not too long before it went under.
We had clients that used to work there and
We
had
did.
company stock. Other ones, I mean, you and I, we've been together for a long time, and we've run into some success stories, but the failures outweigh the successes as far as when it comes to the stories. I mean, we have success stories with people that worked at Home Depot and never went to college, just right out of high school, jumped into it, made millions, right? And it worked. And the hardest thing that you have to do when you meet somebody like that is realize, hey, you won, you did well, but now you need to diversify.
Yeah.
Something you love to say is, why risk money you need to make money you don't need?
Yep.
Right? Diversify. Even the best company. Walmart, I don't think would ever go under, but it could, right?
Yeah.
So just because a company's done well for you, take the win. Even Tom Brady retired at some point, right? You get enough wins, but sometimes you got to take that win and ride out on a high
Makes
horse.
you think of Amazon. Amazon's doing amazing. Jeff Bezos has said in his book, has been quoted as that one day it won't no longer exist. Now that might be 50 years, 100 years, 200 years, but if you own it at a time and it's a lot of your net worth, that's a problem.
There was an executive with Amazon that said they could see Amazon one day going bankrupt. Now, it's a great...
By the way, we like Amazon, for the record.
Yeah, we do. It's in our model. But as much as we like it, we're not going to put 100% of somebody's assets in it. And one of those tough stories, luckily it worked out well for us, as we've said it before on the show, is a client that was with JCPenney for a long time.
Yep.
A lot of their net worth in JCPenney. Finally, when they came to us, they already knew we were going to try and get them out of it. And I love the story they tell when they're at client events. Like, I knew they were going to try and talk me out of JCPenney, and I finally did it. I finally let them. Well, look at JCPenney now.
Yep.
You know, even JCPenney 20 years ago was a department store that we all went and shopped at. We all did Christmas gifts, especially around Christmas time. I was in JCPenney, and now it's done. It doesn't exist. But the problem is 15 years ago we knew they were in trouble, right? So even great companies that are companies that used to be great can go in trouble. So take your win, take the W, and enjoy it, and just diversify after that.
Perfect. Thanks, Robert.
My
Thanks,
pleasure.
everybody. See you next time.